Hi guys, little tasty tidbit Tuesday thing going on here. I was gonna do a Taco Tuesday, but I really need to make up some sauce. I've got some pasta that hubby cooked for a little experiment the other day, so I just need to make some sauce up. So I'm gonna do that today, real easy, and I'm gonna show you a couple of our items that we have, and I'm also gonna be using our Enrichables Pea Protein, as hubby and I are vegetarian. So I'm trying to get a little bit more protein in where I can without always using beans and legumes. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna put a little olive oil in my pan and get that heating up. Just a bit. Don't use too much oil. Usually I try to use a veggie broth instead for sauteing, but for this sauce you just need a little olive oil. So put that in. Now first I'm going to start off with sauteing some of my onions and my garlic. I will tell you, I don't know of too many people who really like cutting up onions. I'm not a real big fan. And while for this, I could use my food processor, my manual food processor, but I really like the caramelized flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut it by hand. That's one thing I like about Pampered Chef is you can choose what works for you. If you want to use a really good knife, or you want to use something like the manual food processor or the food chopper, you can do either one. So today I'm going to use part of this onion for something else later, so I'm going to cut it one time. I don't want to cut onions all through the week, so I'm going to cut some rings for use in hubby's salad because he loves that, and the rest I'm going to chop up for my sauce today. So while my oil is heating up, I'll get this chopped, and I also have some garlic that I need to mince. So again, make sure that you use that claw grip if you're using a knife. Keep your fingers out of the way. Okay, make sure that's got a good rough chop a little bit all the way through. Like I said, I'm not going to use the whole onion for the sauce. I don't like biting into a lot of onion, but gosh, I love the flavor. So I'm going to chop this up a little bit. This pasta sauce, I have no recipe for it. It's just a wing it. It's basically whatever I've got, I use. Okay. Pretty good go there. A little warmer. All right. Now, the other tip I want to give you today too is all your scraps from your onions and your garlic, don't throw those out. Hang on to those. Put them in a plastic bag and throw them in your freezer. And then you can use that along with cuttings from carrots, celery. Onion's going to make me tear up in a minute. And you can make some really, really yummy vegetable stock just with those few ingredients. So I usually keep a Ziploc bag full of them down in the bottom of my freezer, and it's so yummy. The bag is just about full, so veggie stock day is coming. I like to cook my onion first because it takes a little bit longer to brown. I don't want to burn it. Garlic is a little bit more tender, so I'll start my onions, and they're just starting to sweat a little bit. So we'll go ahead and mince our garlic. Now, I got some really huge garlic cloves, so I've cut a couple of them down a little bit. Now our garlic press will handle quite a bit. So you just load her up. It's really easy. Load it right up in there, fold it up, and press. And I fold it down back in there a little bit, get every last little drop of goodness out of there. Pop in another one. You don't even have to skin or peel your garlic. This will press right through it. I like to peel it though. Something satisfying about peeling garlic. I don't know what it is. So, I've got a couple of really good sized cloves of garlic. Yeah, that was a juicy one. All right, so it comes with this handy dandy little tool. It's so cool. My hubby calls it little Barbie hairbrush, which I guess it could be. And I scrape all the good bits out of there, turn it over, slice it all off of there, and then use this to push anything that's stuck in the holes right back in. If you can see that, pushes it right back in there, and then I just scrape it out because I don't want to waste a thing. We like garlic. Okay, that's looking good. I'm going to put the whole mess right in. And I'll stir it around a little bit. I'm going to turn my heat down because I really don't want to burn that garlic because there's nothing worse other than burnt chili. I used to work at a sign company back home, and our owner, he loved making homemade chili, and he would bring all the ingredients in upstairs where our kitchen was, and we're all in there screen printing and, you know, making big signs and stuff, and he'd come up and he made chili. They went back downstairs to his office and forgot about it. Burnt. It stunk up the whole building. It was so bad. So bad. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put in 1 can of my tomatoes. These are just crushed tomatoes. You can use crushed tomatoes. You can use whatever you want. That's the fun thing about this. It's your sauce, your way. All the little goodness out of there. Go ahead and open the other can. Love, love, love. Now I don't do a lot of cans. I don't do a whole lot of cans. I've never, you know, we got away from that just because of all the BPA and, you know, and all the things in the lining. But there's some things you just gotta do. This can opener is so flippin' slick. I wish I would have gotten it a long time ago. Put it on and just turn it around. And it's easy to turn. You can use it right-handed or left-handed. It doesn't matter. Turn it back to release. Okay, and then it's got this neat little gripper tooth thingies, little jaws, little pinchers. Put that on the rim, hold the button down, and pull up. That's all there is to it. And no sharp edges. It cuts right underneath the edge of the bead. Or right, I guess a little bit above it, but that's it. No sharp edges. It is awesome. Pour that in. A little bit of water. I'm going to wash out those cans a little bit. Get as much of that yummy goodness out of there as we can. See what I did? Can? Sorry, couldn't resist. I have a couple of bay leaves I'm going to add. I also have about 2.5 teaspoons of dried Italian seasoning. I'm going to put that in there. I have about 1/2 teaspoon of crushed red pepper because we like things a little spicy. Let's put that in there. And I like a little fresh basil. Even though I've got some basil in that Italian seasoning, I just like a little fresh basil. So I'm just going to do a little chiffonade right here. I've got a handful of fresh basil leaves off of my plant over here by the windowsill. And I'm just going to chiffonade those. And we're going to put it right in. I love the smell of fresh basil. In the morning. No, just movie reference there. How many people get that? You know what movie that's from? Or a similar statement anyway. That a quick stir and splatter it. Always do. Never fails. Never fails. Alrighty, now I'm going to add a little bit of our Enrichables Pea Protein. In fact, I'll probably add the whole packet. You can add as little or as much as you want. It's entirely up to you. The whole packet will do about 4 servings. There is legit 10 grams of protein in this one tiny, tiny, tiny little bag. It is awesome. And it's GMO free, it is vegan, it's gluten free. You can't beat it. Really, you can't beat it. So I'm gonna go ahead and zip this puppy open. And all it is pea protein, that's it, just from peas. So easy. So easy. Zip that open. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of it in. I'm going to put some more of it in later because I don't want to cook out all the nutrition, but I want this to simmer a little bit. It's one of the things that I love about fresh food. You get more nutrition out of whole plant-based foods. Sometimes you gotta go with something that's a little processed. I'm not a big fan. But this is my favorite brand of tomatoes. When I found them on sale, I'm like, I gotta have those. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water, and then I'm going to let that simmer for several hours. And it's gonna smell yummy, and it's gonna taste even better as it goes. Add a little water. And then I'm gonna let that cook down. So. Give it a stir, and we're gonna let her go. It's so yummy already. I can't stand it. I'm gonna bring the camera over here so I hope nobody gets a little motion sick. Bear with me. So I'm gonna get you right in there so you can see that. Doesn't that look yummo? It's just really yummy stuff. Can't wait. All right, so I'm gonna get cleaned up and let the sauce simmer for a while, and who knows, I may be back later with the end result. Have a good one. Bye.